Netflix's French action drama series Néro the Assassin, or just Néro, takes us back to 16th century southern France, where we follow the title character, a lone assassin living in the town of Lamartine. This show dives deep into themes of courage, magic, faith, and family, creating a world that's both brutal and supernatural. Néro's life gets completely flipped upside down when he's suddenly caught up in a conflict involving his estranged teenage daughter, Perla. Now here's where things get dark. Perla is believed to be the last descendant of the devil, and because of her supposedly corrupted blood, she's being hunted by some seriously evil forces. Néro serves a powerful man named Rochemore, so he's stuck between two impossible choices: his own survival and his love for his daughter. This guy's used to living life on his own terms, moving freely as an assassin. But now, he's got to protect a child that everyone wants dead. Together, father and daughter trek across the drought-stricken landscapes of southern France, running into dangerous people and deadly factions at every turn. Season 1 ending breakdown. The series blends this intense father-daughter journey through treacherous terrain with supernatural elements that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. And that Season 1 finale? Absolutely wild. We find out that Perla is actually a witch who shares blood with the one-eyed witch. When her father Néro is about to be executed by Brother Penance, the leader of the penitents, she makes the ultimate sacrifice. She literally gives up her own life to save him. But then comes the shocking twist. Perla is resurrected and carried out of Ségur by this mysterious masked individual who then attacks Néro from behind. I mean, talk about a cliffhanger. The season wraps up at this super interesting point in the story, leaving all of us desperate to know what happens next. Season 2 release date. So when can we expect Season 2? Well, there haven't been any official announcements about the show's continuation yet. But if the renewal happens quickly, fans can expect Néro the Assassin Season 2 to drop sometime in 2027. Season 2. Plot predictions. Ségur's power vacuum. Let's talk about what Season 2 could look like. Narratively, Season 1 ends with Perla's resurrection at Ségur, and her being carried away by that mysterious figure. At the same time, Brother Penance kills the Archbishop of Ségur, which creates what looks like a massive power vacuum in the town. These events set everything up perfectly for Season 2. Brother Penance's decision to kill the Archbishop, who he's been seeking revenge against for enslaving the penitents, might lead to some seriously dangerous consequences. The Church isn't just going to let the death of such an important religious figure slide. When the drought ends because Perla stabbed herself, Brother Penance believes all his sins have been washed away. But the Archbishop's anger shows him and the other penitents that they need to forge their own destiny now. This leaves the religious group's fate totally up in the air. They might become more tolerant toward society, or they could spiral even further into extreme ideas. Season 2 could pick up immediately after Perla's escape and this developing crisis in Ségur, which would mainly involve the prince and these religious fanatics. If the prince loses control over the town, we could see an even more powerful cult emerge, led by Brother Penance. Perla's journey in powers. Season 2 might follow Perla into some really dangerous territory, as this masked individual starts to take control of her actions. It's highly likely that the masked person is a witch who wants to bring Perla into the group. Here's what's interesting. Perla's witchcraft abilities stay hidden for most of the first season. So a new season could really dig into her powers and explore whether she turns to the good side or the bad side. She might use her powers for control and domination, similar to that male assassin who was sent after her. Or she could use her newfound abilities to help people, just like the one-eyed witch did. Either way, the show can introduce completely new plot elements and reveal other mysteries about Néro's world. Expected cast returns. Néro the Assassin creates these really intriguing storylines with its ensemble cast, and they play a huge role in driving the narrative forward. From Néro and his daughter to the other characters from Lamartine and Ségur, everyone brings this nuanced performance that keeps us hooked. If the show gets renewed for Season 2, we can expect most of the main cast to reprise their roles. Obviously, that includes Pio Marmai as Néro. He's the protagonist of the series. And Lily Rose Carlier Taburi will be back as Perla, Néro's daughter. Other important cast members like Louis-Do de Lonxang, who plays Rochemore, and Alice Azaz as Hortense, might also return if there's a new season. Fans can also look forward to Noam Morgenstern reprising his role as the mysterious brother Penance. Now, since the One-Eyed Witch meets her end in the first season, she probably won't be part of Season 2. New characters expected. Beyond these returning characters, new ones will most likely be directly connected to both Lamartine and Ségur, since both locations are extremely important to the story. So Season 2 might introduce a whole bunch of new characters that will play major roles in both Néro and Perla's storylines. Future seasons and storyline potential. The future of Néro the Assassin is still uncertain, mainly because there's been zero confirmation about Season 2. Even though the first season wrapped up the main character arcs in a pretty satisfying way, there's definitely room for deeper exploration into both Néro and Perla's lives. If the show ends with Season 1, it would honestly be a missed opportunity to develop both the main and supporting characters further. At the end of Season 1, Néro's fate is totally hanging in the balance, which actually opens up his storyline to some exciting new possibilities. Néro would play a massive role in the politics of both Lamartine and Ségur, especially with all these religious conflicts brewing. Néro's character arc really deserves a deeper dive into his past and what the future might hold, and both of those would be super important when it comes to his relationship with his daughter. We can also expect the penitent storyline to be expanded, with their origins finally unraveled, especially since the group would have way more control over the population now. Rochemore and Hortense will definitely have roles to play in the continuation of the story too, particularly with their influence over Lamartine. Bottom line, Season 1 of the show introduced so many engaging storylines that could be explored even further in a new season of Néro the Assassin. We're all just waiting to see if Netflix gives us that renewal. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.